Hello, this is Adrian from my channel Random Drop. It is about week 5 in the Shadowlands. I really didn't do a video last week. I was mostly focused on Cyberpunk the whole time, and I was falling a little out of love with World of Warcraft overall. I mean, I was playing Final Fantasy, so there was that, right? But I was still keeping up with my weeklies and dailies, giving some of my friends who don't get to play as much some time to catch up. And first things first is that Torghast, I did express in my last video that I absolutely dislike it. Even after all of the nerfs, I still absolutely dislike it, but it's a little bit less annoying, right? I wouldn't mind the mode overall if it was something like, hey, you can go get a mount from doing this, or mounts. Maybe there's just a bunch of like rare items and shit and toys and cosmetics and, you know, transmogrifications and things like that that are unique to Torgast only and the higher levels, then I would be like, oh yeah, totally, like that's something I can do on the side if I'm bored or don't want to do anything else. But having to fill up that quota every week it's a fucking hindrance. Like, I only have so much time to play this game, and some of my friends who have kids I have to watch over, right, and jobs, I get to work from home, right, so I'm fortunate that I can kind of play this game on the side, but lots of them just do not have that time, and having to keep up with this fucking weekly Torghast bullshit, it's just so annoying because it's so tied to player power. You absolutely need it. Like, if it was tied to like heroic or like a daily roulette type of thing or something where you can like build it up over the week, it would be great. But having to sit there and be like, okay, I gotta invest 2 hours in this fucking thing because it takes a while and it's boring, and at least now you have a larger chance of clearing it, but still, it is just, it didn't need to be in there. It should have just been a side mode, but Blizzard has to tie everything in the progression, and it feels like a fucking mobile game. Please stop it. Torghast needs to just be side content. That's all it needed to ever be, but for some reason, you just forced it down our throats and everyone hates it. Just like Islands. They are better than Islands, but still, you don't, we don't want it. Like, fucking stop. It needs to be side content, a challenge mode, something like that. And that's really my rant on Torghast really quick. The mall, it is still, I mean, they haven't changed anything about it, right? It's still the same thing. I find it so hilarious that you get a weekly quest to go like grab 5 souls in the mall every week. And it's like the most stupid bullshit, right? Because they're clearly like, hey, go out in the mall. But you get you walk out the zone, take 10 steps, and you get your 5 souls, and then you leave. That currency is worthless, right? Other than the fact that it's just locked out every week, which is another stupid thing. They should just, at this point, right, they should have cut that and just given you either remove that currency or just give you some every week, right? Give you 5 every week for free, right? Like auto generates. Because the fact, like, the actual gathering process of it is so fucking stupid and just a waste of time. Go walk out, hit some rocks, or like there's a cage and some souls in there, but you take 5 steps and it's there. And of course, I don't want it to be any harder. I just find it is something it definitely needed a second look and been cut from the game. It is worthless. That soul system for your building and all that, it is dumb. It is just a way to keep you from building too fast and keeping people from grinding massive amounts of anima to build too quickly. Hey, World of Warcraft, Blizzard, if people want to grind their faces off, just fucking let them. Just let them. Let them destroy that game for them. Fuck it. You don't need to stop them. If that's how they have fun, just let them go out there and just grind anima till they're fucking sick of it. As long as it's just not needed, right? And they'll have the better fucking base upgrades and shit, but you know what? Most people wouldn't think it's worth it. And then eventually everyone else will catch up and whatever. But yeah, the souls are useless. It's just a way to lock people out, and that's that. It is just another mobile game tactic put into this MMO. The next thing, really, I haven't really taken a dive into Raid Finder. I know the raid is out, but again, I don't really have time to raid in this game. I am still playing 14. I have a raid group there. I don't want to dedicate any more time to raiding than I already have to. So really, I'm focused on Mythics. I still want to do the Raid Finder just to see that, and I'll probably do a video on that at some point. But Mythics overall, they're very easy, but I'm finally getting to do them with my friends, and that makes them way more fun and enjoying that process. But yeah, Mythics, I'm overall having a good time with them and just learning these mechanics along with my friends instead of just blasting through it, because once you get 180 gear, 190 gear, you fucking destroyed some of these bosses and they do no mechanics. But it's nice getting keys now and having pluses and seeing like, okay, there's a strategy to this boss you actually have to do. which has been interesting, right? I've heard that the loot is like non-existent in terms of like people are running 10 dungeons and getting no pieces of loot at times. Like there's some sort of like drought or something that they like nerf the loot and all this stuff. And yeah, Blizzard, it doesn't feel good to run a dungeon and get absolutely nothing out of it, right? It's great when you at least get something, not 35 anima, something. Hell, make it a good amount of gold, something. Make it some fucking soul ash maybe. I don't know. What if you could just get soul ash from Mythics and not have to do fucking Torghast? Oh my god, people would be like, yeah, they would totally do it. But then Torghast would be useless because you designed it around all this, which you never should have. But again, I digress. But yeah, it's Mythics need something. They need bad luck protection. But no, it seems like they're very much hellbent on just keeping you unable to gear yourself for as long as possible so you could run your sub as long as possible. And that kind of leads me to the other things like alts. Getting an alt up and caught up is a fucking pain in the ass. I like that you can do the non-progression story leveling, but the fact that I still have to unlock the rune carver every time. I still have to go through the Torghast tutorials every time. It's like, why wasn't that cut out? Why can't I just skip to, okay, you're just at Renowned 1, you're good to go, just catch up. But no, I have to do all these bullshit side quests every time to unlock systems I've already unlocked before. It's fucking asinine. Like, you're letting us skip in certain parts and not letting us skip in other parts. And it's just like no one took a look at it. It's fucking crazy. And it makes me not want to play my alts. I do like that there's like renown catch up, right? It's easy to catch up renown if you miss a week or two. But still, like, it's fucking... There's no catch up on Soul Ash, which is another thing. And just oh my god, there's so many fucking quests and you have to go into the mall multiple times. And fuck the mall. It needs to be cut. Like, guys, just no. Just get it out. Stop forcing people to go in there. Or heavily emphasize it in terms of you can get Soul Ash by killing bosses or other things, right? Actual useful things other than just grinding rep and Stygia. No one fucking cares. The mall is a terrible place. Let people mount. Like, just get over yourselves. Like, your design was wrong on this one, guys. It is not fun. And the way it's headed, it's not gonna be fun. Everyone hates it. And yeah, it makes it being a casual player really fucking hard. Right? And I get it, oh, the casuals, but some people just want to play their game, do their mythics, and kind of be done for the week, right? They don't want to like have this ticking thing in the back of their head, like, oh, I gotta keep up with this, gotta make sure my dailies are here. Like, it doesn't feel good that you're losing power just because like you just didn't want to do Torghast one week or didn't have time to. I have a lot of friends who have, very complicated lives, and they have children they gotta watch constantly because they're newborns, and they still want to keep in touch, but this fucking game is fighting them on every front. And yeah, it just makes being one of those people really, really tough. I unfortunately have a lot of extra time because I work from home and can't pick at things while I'm working, right? And just do it that way. But not everyone's fortunate in that position. And that kind of leads me to, 14. I am playing it again. We are ramping up to start raiding again soon. Some of the strategy guides for the Savages are coming out already, I believe. We've mostly been just focused on Emerald Weapon and hitting our weekly caps. And it's really nice just going into the game being like, okay, I got my weekly, I got my tomes done for the week, my heroic tokens or whatever you want to call them, right? I'm capped out. Awesome. I'm building up to that piece of gear I see that I want, and I'll eventually get it. Awesome. Okay, there's this boss fight Emerald Weapon. I can get a weapon here and grind out some other stuff. Cool. Let's learn to fight together, guys. It's not like Savage difficulty, but it's harder than most fucking shit in World of Warcraft. And you do your fight there, and it's been fun, at least even pugging those fights and doing that, right? Because it is a very well designed fight. It is, there's a DPS race to it, but it's all about positioning, knowing and seeing patterns, and it's very much a fight where you like discuss two mechanics and the rest of it's all about, hey, do you either know how to dodge this or you don't? And I very much like that. And it's like, you can dodge this and you can do this dance with us and crank out DPS. You will clear this fight every time. And it's really fun going into that fight and just watching everyone just move as a unit and just fucking crush it, right? And of course, every now and then you get the bad groups and everyone's dying, blah, 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 blah. But overall, having a good time with 14. I really, 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 really cannot wait for this expansion announcement that's coming in a couple months or two. And I'm ready to dive into Savage. Fuck. Probably won't start till the new year because I imagine everyone's gonna be busy with the holidays, but we'll see. Maybe we'll start doing Savage soon. I do stream our prog on twitch.tv/rando_0268, where I also am getting back into Call of Duty because there's a new season out and messing around with that stuff, right? But other than that, that's my, weekly update on World of Warcraft Shadowlands. Overall, I am keeping up with it. I want to dive deeper into Mythic keys, right, and get higher and higher, but I do have to wait for my friends to catch up, and, I'm going to wait for them. There's only so much time in the day, and like, hey, there's one day in the week we can all do mythics, and that's when we'll do them. But yeah, it's all about just lining that stuff up. But yeah, please let me know how you're enjoying World of Warcraft Shadowlands at the moment. What are you doing? What are you focused on, right? Or are you just done with it? Are you focused on raids? Or are you doing mythic keys like me and playing casually and just, wanting a challenge, but, you're just not in the form of a large group? Or do you like Torghast? What do you like about Torghast? Just leave a comment below. And yeah, till then, my name is Adrian from my channel Random Drop, and I'll see you next time.